Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with a new recording, a really fabulous new recording of Korngold chamber music. It's the Korngold collection with the Pacifica Quartet and friends. Orion Weiss, piano, Milena Pajaro van de Stad, viola, and Eric Kim, cello on Cedille. Wonderful label, wonderful chamber music, wonderful group. You may have their recording of the Mendelssohn Quartets, which are absolutely stunning. They are one hell of a group, the Pacifica Quartet. There is no one out there who is really better. I mean, they're up there, the best of the best. And they are stunningly well recorded, and the music is so much fun and so interesting. Korngold wrote three-string quartets, and we have the piano quintet in E major and his string sextet in D major. The sextet is the earliest work. Now remember, he started writing music when he was like 2. I mean, he was an unbelievable prodigy. But the quartets are mature works. And the other ones, well, they're all mature works. But I mean, given the kind of genius that he was. But it's interesting that the quartets come a little bit later. And the earliest work here is the sextet, which is lush and yummy and post-Brahms, Strauss, Wagnerian, chromatish sort of thing. It's a lovely work. It really is. And it's extraordinarily well played. It's in 4 zippy movements. And most of these pieces are about half an hour long, give or take a couple minutes. They're really quite digestible in terms of length and interesting in terms of harmony. The piano quintet is a big work with it starts in, although it's in E flat, the finale is marked gemessen, which is measured by nahe pathetisch. Pathetic. Yeah, sort of. It's emotionally very ambiguous. And a lot of Korngold's music is. It's kind of interesting because, he has this reputation because of his film music for being sort of a Hollywood, schlagfest, romantic, sentimental, drippy, decadent. Well, yes, he's all of those things, but not so much in the string quartets and in his chamber music. They're actually, if you listen to them for what they are and don't prejudge the composer because of his name and because of his reputation in later stuff, which is actually also a lot more interesting than people give it credit for, as often as not, you're going to find some really fabulous music. I mean, and interesting music and advanced music. Yes. I mean, the very opening of the first quartet is with its pizzicatos and strange sort of buzzing sounds. Bartok or Szymanowski or one of those people had written it, everyone would be saying, oh, look at that. Avant-garde. Yeah, really. Yeah, of course, it does settle down to something a little bit more tuneful and melodic, but that was his style. The important thing isn't whether he's a member of one school or another school. What matters is that he has his own characteristic voice, and you hear it. You hear the mixture, and it's a very compelling mixture. It works wonderfully. I mean, the first quartet has 4 movements, and it's the biggest of them all. It lasts about 33 minutes. The second quartet has this gorgeous intermezzo as the second movement. It's absolutely beautiful, and a waltz finale. So, okay, it's more Wienerish than some of the other pieces here, and it's typical, say, oh, Korngold in Viennese vein, and he is, but it's not exactly the way you think it's going to go. It's not totally sentimental. There's a sharpness and an edge to the writing that I think is really, really compelling and which is very well realized in these performances. The third quartet also, these all have 4 movements. The third movement is marked sostenuto, like a folk tune. But as always with Korngold, even the folk tunes, it's almost a bit, he reminds me of when he's in that mode is Prokofiev. Prokofiev has, what we call wrong note romanticism. They're wonderful tunes, but they have a curve here and there in the harmony or in the melody that give the music, a certain edge and keep it from ever sounding tacky or conventional. And Korngold is really very much like that. And I think these performances realize that to the hilt. I mean, the playing of the ensemble is wonderfully rhythmic. I mean, the sharp pizzicati are really pits. They poke at you, which they should. They pop their P's in pizzicato. It's really, really brilliant. And the balances are excellent, the intonation's fantastic, and I think they really make the melodies sing when they're supposed to. And I just enjoyed this whole set. It's a wonderful set. So if you're into chamber music, and if you like fin de siècle decadence, or fin de siècle, whatever it was turning into, you're going to enjoy this. Give it a shot and see if you don't enjoy it as much as I did. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care.